Previously on the kids' table,
We are not soldiers.
our heroes rescued the champion of the goddess of knowledge,
Archimedes Seren at your service.
who taught them about the mysterious gods,
The gods and goddesses appeared, and they fixed the world.
and asked them to help him investigate a nearby tower.
I've been
Oh,
trying
yeah.
to get into this tower. What do you think?
I think we should go.
But what's waiting for them on the road ahead? Find out on this episode of
I think it might be smart to hide the body first.
the kids' table.
All right, ready for a beach day?
Yay!
Yes, I don't want to get my wings wet.
Before we go, can we ask him to share one of his findings when he says the gods aren't who? A clue?
Yes, this might be helpful with our work today. I've decided that in order for me to not be very scared about what's going on, I'm going to treat you all like research assistants. So you're going to help me do research, and if somebody comes along to interrupt our research, you will stop them. How about that? That's going to make me feel better about everything that's going on right now.
Okay.
Yes, so, and he sort of leans in a little bit like this is a bit of a secret. So the gods, right? You got the greater gods of the pantheon of the Ascended and the lesser gods of the pantheon of the Ascended. First clue, ascended. Do you know what ascended means? What does ascended mean? You see he's in like teacher mode now. Ascended means that you start in one place and you go to a different place. Usually it's meant for people who are elevated, who become more powerful. So if they call themselves the Pantheon of the Ascended, what were they before they ascended?
Were they mortals?
This is a good question. I don't know.
Who was the first god?
We don't know who was first. The gods just sort of appeared. When the world was at its worst, the gods came to make it best. That's from the scripture of the god of beauty. It seems suspicious, don't you think?
Yeah.
But that's we've got time to do Bible study later. We need to go to the beach. And he scurries around the room getting a pack of supplies together. He rummages and he gets some papers, and he rummages and he gets a couple of tools. He rummages and he says, I think we'll need these. And he puts whatever he just grabbed into his bag. When he leads you out of the house, you walk through the main plaza where he is. The district is called the Arches. You can see vendors starting to set up their stalls, people selling fruits and vegetables and pies and pastries and meats and clothing and all sorts of things, all around these gigantic archways that are just sort of built everywhere in this open space. These big stone archways that go up 8 or 9 feet, and you see that there are like 8 of them in this open area, and they're not facing the same way. They're not all like built in a circle. They're just sort of in different positions all the way through the plaza. So he leads you through the city, down through the various districts, down towards the water. But before you get to where like the docks are that are officially part of the capital city, he leads you away from them.
Why?
Because that's not where we're going. And out one of the city gates and along the beach away from the city. So you walk for a little while and you sort of see in the distance, and the 3 of you especially immediately think that what you see is the spire, is the steeple of Mori Wardens. Because in the distance is this big black 4-sided tower that comes to a point, and at the top of the point is this sphere.
Oh, I'm gonna ask. Seren, is that a steeple of one of the gods, or is it just the steeple of Mori Wardas?
Steeple. That's a very interesting word that you're using. Why do you call it that?
Because back in Crane's Rest, there's basically the same thing. A 4-sided tower that goes up to a point with a sphere.
You've seen something like that before?
Yeah.
Did you go inside?
No.
So you're saying that there's another one of these where you are from?
There probably is like a lot of ones around the world. One for the god of power and all of that.
Interesting. This is such an interesting theory. You think each one of these steeples that you called it goes with one of the gods?
Question. So I'm from Dornwich,
Me
middle of the
too.
woods.
Mm-hmm.
Have I seen anything similar to this with the forest god?
I want you to roll a nature check. It's gonna be
Not
plus.
history?
No, I'm just.
Can it be a history check? I mean, it's
Argue
my...
to me why it's history.
I'm going
Because
to
it's
roll.
my history. It happened in my past.
I'm going to roll another.
You know what? I like it. Go for it. Roll a history check.
Great.
See?
Okay,
Roll cool.
let me tell you.
I got a 7 plus 5. So
7, 8, 9, 10,
It's
11,
12.
12.
You don't think that you've ever seen anything like this.
Me
The
nor-
first thing that you saw like this was in Crane's Rest.
Alright.
Yeah. So you get closer and you get closer. As Seren leads you, you're going up the side of a cliff. Like the tower, the steeple,
Can I
is like
fly
your
up?
steeple. It's higher up. And when you get up the cliff to the base of
I'm gonna
the
stop
steeple,
flying.
the base of the tower looks different than your tower.
How?
Your tower, where the
Sorry.
4 sides come down,
Yeah.
they just stopped there. This one, the 4 sides come down to a circular platform. In fact, you can see that somebody has been digging around the sides of this sort of cylinder
Can
that
we-
the steeple is on top of.
Were you the one digging this out?
Well, of course I was. Yeah. And you can see off to the side there's like a shovel and a pickaxe and like a little tent that's set up. And he says, I come down here, once or twice a week just to dig a little bit more. And I found something, I think. But I'm not sure what it is. And he leads you down and it sort of slopes down.
Like
And
a stairs?
Almost like a ramp.
Oh.
And it comes down and it feels like you could probably keep digging, but you can see why he stopped. There is what looks like the outline
Wait, there's sand.
of a door
Why a door?
on this cylinder, this metal cylinder.
Let's try to open it.
Roll a perception check.
11.
Plus 1 is.
12. That's pretty good.
There's no handle on this door.
Oh.
The way that the metal
You just magically
meets,
open
you
it?
can just barely see the seam of where the door is.
I'm not gonna
But in the middle of the door is this square shape. He says, all right, so I found this actually a while back, trying to figure out what the square is. And in researching other things about the gods, I came across these magical artifacts. And
what
he
artifacts?
takes out of his bag 7 shapes.
Right.
And he says, I know that these are somehow associated with this tower, but
these-
I don't know what to do.
Those look like
You
my
picked my
tangrams.
other favorite
Those are my-
part of the puzzle.
Of course.
Those are my tangrams.
These are your tangrams, but they are not your tangrams. They are the pieces that Seren has found that might go to this tower. And he says, as I've been studying in some of the ancient literature, and he pulls out just like a handful of papers from his bag.
It's
and
a
he says,
puzzle.
He says, these are the keys of the divine. Or at least I think they are. They're these shapes.
A divine?
And you see on this piece of paper and this writing that only you understand. It's in
What?
Draconic.
Draconic?
It is in Draconic, the
Wait,
language
so
of the
he can-
dragons. You
So
can read
He
it.
can read it and then he can tell it to us?
Yep, but
Oh.
Seren tells you what it says too. These shapes are associated with the divine somehow. I don't know. It's a couple of triangles and a parallelogram and a square. I don't.
Parallelogram.
Parallelogram.
I know what that is.
That's that one. I don't know why they're important, but for some reason they act as a key. And so I've been creating these in my workshop over the last several days, trying to just get the shapes right, get the angles right, and I think according to these diagrams, I've done a pretty good job. But I don't know what to do next.
I think I know how to do this.
Yeah.
I know how to
Here,
do
let
this.
me move it closer to
Can
you.
I want to try. Watch.
Try it?
Watch this. This probably goes here, and this probably goes here. This doesn't remind me of anything. Oh, no, I think this puzzle is hard.
Seren looks at that and says, somehow I don't think that's right.
I'm gonna try. What?
I think that. Oh, dear, what am I thinking? Oh, that should go there, I believe. And then maybe
Believe.
that can.
You must believe. You're better at puzzles than us.
And then. Oh
Still
dear,
going.
It's all falling apart. Oh dear, hold on.
You just have to believe.
No. Can I
excuse
roll a
me?
history check to see if I've seen anything like this in my past?
Yes, that is an excellent.
Do I have?
Roll
I
a
don't
history
think-
check.
15 plus 5 is 20.
Tell me what to
You
do.
have seen something a little bit like this in one of Elathi's temples.
And how did I solve it?
The thing that's at the back of your head that's just sort of like bothering you is in the stained glass window. One of the stained glass windows in Elathi's temple, near where you used to live. And the only thing that you can remember is one of the shapes looks like that.
Okay. Are we missing a piece?
Fine.
You are not missing a piece.
But it's a.
I'm good at lockpicking. My best skills.
You can say that this
My
is
best
technically
skills
a lock that we need to
are.
get.
This may be a lock. My investigation.
Okay.
Natural
Roll a
lockpicking.
roll a lockpicking.
Minus plus 5.
Yep.
And
16!
Plus 5 is.
17, 18, 19, 20, 21.
So, Six Tails, you see Rosalie put one of the triangles up, and you start feeling around, and you are pretty sure this is some sort of locking mechanism. In fact, you feel different sources of pressure behind this square, and you are able, with your 21 and your dragon talon fingers, to figure out
What?
that this piece
Tell
is
me
like
Six
this.
Tails.
it's all coming together.
That's definitely I'm stressing out.
Do you want to roll an investigation check?
I'm scared.
Just
What's the worst thing?
what's the worst that can happen? You're not able to investigate.
Okay, I just.
Well,
Yay!
just as you are about to start to feel around, Rosalie puts the last one in, the green one in, and instead of it going click, you hear this like a bell almost, and the pieces fall out of the square,
Why?
and the door goes,
I knew it. This might.
and it recedes into the wall and turns, and there is a chamber on the other side.
Are we
Yay!
going in?
I think we should go inside.
I'm scared.
Seren says, well, I think we should go inside too. This is exciting. What's inside of
Is
here?
it pitch
And
black?
he heads in.
Is it pitch black?
It is pitch black.
Okay, I will do something.
What would you like to do?
Dancing lights make light in the darkness.
The balls of light sort of swirl up around you.
Oh.
And you walk into the chamber. You all walk into the chamber behind Seren, and it lights up. That's all that's in here. This can't be it. This can't be it. There's this door with a lock, and there's an empty room. I don't think this is right. Look around. See what you can find. So I would like all four of you to roll investigation checks.
Can we investigation? Where's my investigation?
Okay, well, it's the other dice. Can I remove the dice and try?
That's not how it works.
Okay, so altogether an 8.
7. It's an 8. Be a better number. 14.
Plus 2 is
16.
16. So, Six Tails, part of your training as a rogue, that your parents may or may not like, is looking for traps, looking for switches. On the boat, this was like what you were very good at, like making sure all of the ropes were tied correctly, the fishing poles were where they were supposed to be. So as Seren and these three are just like pawing at the walls, and you are looking around the edge of the room, and you are feeling around this edge all the way around the room. And when you get to directly across from where the door to the outside is, you feel that there is a gap there. It is open just a little bit.
Let's try to open it.
How do you want to do that?
Everybody work together, because teamwork makes the dream work. I don't know. Let's let Chloe try, like, ray of frost.
What I want you to do is I want you to roll an Arcana check. So you are going to use your Ray of Frost, and you're going to use your magical skills to see if you can figure out what is going on over here.
16!
Plus 3.
17, 18, 19.
So here's what happens though. As soon as you cast the spell, the whole room glows blue. This metal lights up as soon as you let the magic go. And where you found this gap, it goes ka-chunk, 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 ka-chunk. It creates this circular spiral staircase that goes down. And Seren says, "Oh, brilliant! It's reacting to the presence of magic. Fascinating!" And he runs down the stairs.
Seren's a wild card.
Why are you so excited to just run upstairs to a mystical thing?
He pops his head back up and he says, "Because the pursuit of knowledge is very exciting!" And he runs back down.
That was weird.
So you follow him down this
Is it
spiral
pitch black?
staircase. It is pitch black, but Serena's dancing lights follow you down.
Yay.
And it opens out into this cave. It's not very big. It's not very big.
Not
You
like-
see glowing crystals in the walls that sort of light everything up. There's another door. Come here. Come quick. Come around the corner
Oh, no.
to another symbol
Oh,
like this.
wait. Let's try.
And he says, do it again, do it again, do it again.
Why can't he do this stuff? He's just like excited, and we have to do all the math.
All the math.
like he said, like, do the puzzle. I'm like, dude, you can do it yourself. You're smart. You do a lot of things. I'm like, why can't you do it? I'm getting stressed out again.
It's okay to be stressed out.
Yay!
So you put the last blue triangle in,
Yes.
and it goes. And this time the door slides down.
Why is it?
And you can see another metal room beyond.
Why metal?
And you hear a voice from the staircase behind you.
I'm getting nervous.
And the voice says,
Well, howdy, folks. Seems like you're in a place you shouldn't be.
and you turn around and you hear, as you see the big Goliath form of your friend V with a silver band around her neck.
Oh no! V has been turned by the enemy. How did she find them? Can they somehow bring her back to the side of good? And does anyone else know about the spire that they've found?
Far away from the kingdom of Trapania, although as close as a breath for those who know how, a man waits, angry in his formlessness. And when the other arrives, he practically shouts, "What is she doing? She has told them too much, allowed them to discover too much. She has jeopardized everything that we have built together. She goes too far. She has broken the pact." And the other responds,
then you know what must be done. The two of you were friends once. Can you?
Yes, but that was then. Do it. Seal her away.
At once. And the other disappears. When their presence no longer graces his chamber, the man sighs and says only,
Goodbye, my friend. It did not have to be this way.